Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Nuestra Tabula Rasa. I'm your host, Victor, for this wonderful exploration into the mysteries of the Grand Canyon. Thank you so much for coming by on this June 7th Sunday session of NTR. As you can see, we have our panel. Let's go down the panel real quick and see how each and every one of our panelists is faring on this wonderful evening. Millie De La Prida, how are you doing tonight, Millie?
Victor, I am doing great.
I didn't mean to do that.
So official. And yeah, and you know what? It's been a day. It's been a different type of day, but you
Mhm.
know what? I'm here and I'm happy that I got to meditate with my friends and I'm here with my friends once again. So definitely I get by with help from my friends. So yeah, I'm happy.
Excellent. Trista, how are you doing, ma'am?
Pretty much like ditto what Millie said. And, I want to add that I find like it's those really challenging days and times that you realize how much the people in your life really, um, really support you. And I think that's why,
That's
to
a
go
that's
through
a great
crap like this.
reminder. It's a great reminder.
Because that's beautiful. That part is wonderful.
Yeah, it is. All right, Mr. Lucky, how are you doing, sir?
Hello, I'm here. My hair fell out. I'm okay.
Okay, well, hey, I'll tell you what, you're I
Clint accused me of doing my hair, so it fell out.
Clint
Well
was
done.
doing your hair and it fell out.
So Clint said I was the
Oh,
reason why we're late because I was doing my hair and made us late. But then it all fell out, so I guess solution.
There you go. You won't
awesome,
make us late anymore.
awesome.
I
Yes.
I fell
And
asleep during Truth Wave, so I'm a little bit
oh, you were a
punchy on.
sleep noter. You were a sleep noter tonight. That's
Oh,
awesome.
absolutely. I, I
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Somewhere in the middle, I was gone, and then I woke up during you guys talking about the cartoon cat.
Oh, flyby, officially flyby now.
Hmm.
Yeah, and also, if any of you don't know, our friend Grace, Grace H. How do you? Does anyone know how to say her last name? Hasparati.
I don't
Has.
Um,
remember.
I'm not phonetically
Oh,
great.
here I've got it. But our friend Grace is not doing too well, and so if you can send some positive vibes, Hasapaki. That's it. And many of you know her from our various travels, and she is a friend. She does a lot of art with PG and Krista, if you followed their channels, and she is not doing well. And I don't want to speak out of turn. One of you might have more information on her situation, but so send her, take a moment and send her some positive vibes. Well, hey, let's just do that right now. Let's just send her some positive, loving vibes right now. Send her some loving vibes. Just do it all the way around to our dear friend Grace. All right, very good. Very good. Get that out. Get that flowing. And she's going to be with us in spirit tonight here. Even if she's laid
Um,
up, she's going to be with us in spirit, like many of our friends. Let me get to some mega loud shout outs real quick, and we are going to dive into the mysteries of the Grand Canyon. Well, some of them. All right, Lucia, great to see you. Mary Wins, Chloe's, Crystals, Chloe, great to see you, Chloe. Mama Fryer in the house as well. Hey, Mama Fryer, hope your crew is still with you tonight. Let's see, Lovey, all the way from Cape Town. Great to see you, Lovey. Richard is here as well. Good to see you, Richard. Karen Suki, D. Suki is here. I'll tell you what, Karen, we'll have somebody write to you. We'll have somebody write to you and inform you what's going on with Grace. And um, hey, Mary Wens, great to see you. And looks like, oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, she's very ill. All right. I think I got everyone. I think I got most of you. And for all you lurkers out there, and I know one of those lurkers personally, but hey, we'll leave it at that. A big how do to our lurkers. Awesome. All right. Let's go talk about the Grand Canyon. All right. Here we have a nice, beautiful view of the Grand Canyon over here. And let me get something. Missing something here. Nope, sorry. Whoops. Not, oh, that was not my intention. Oh, not that either. All right, we'll just leave the sound alone. I forgot that part. All right, let me give you some fun facts about the Grand Canyon. first off, has anyone on our panel ever been to the Grand Canyon? No? Okay, so I'm the only one. Okay. Okay, that's okay. I didn't go until like a couple of years ago. And did you know, here's a fun fact before we dive into the other facts about the Grand Canyon, that it is only 115 miles away from Sedona, Arizona. That's right. All right, the Grand Canyon is 277 miles long, up to 18 miles wide, and over 1 mile, 6,000 feet, or 1,829 meters deep at its deepest point. The Grand Canyon National Park covers about 1,900 to 1,904 square miles, bigger than the entire state of Rhode Island. All right. It's not the deepest canyon in the world. That's Yarling Tsangpo in Tibet, more than twice as deep. But it's one of the most spectacular examples of erosion on Earth. Or is it? The Colorado River started carving the Colorado River started carving the canyon roughly 5 to 6 million years ago. Or did it? The canyon exposes nearly 2 billion years of Earth's history in its layered rock walls. The oldest rocks date back about 1.8 billion years, older than the dinosaurs. All right. And I'm going to ask you all the panelists, to look at that picture on the screen right now. And does that look like erosion, or does that look like mining? So have you ever considered that the Grand Canyon could have been mined? And consider this too, that there is a forbidden zone within the Grand Canyon as well. And does everyone know about the forbidden zone? Okay, so Millie knows about it. Trista, did you know that? It's
A little bit, but not enough.
Okay,
I
Lucky.
know of it.
Oh, cattail. All right, Lucky. What
Yeah.
about you, sir?
I love that cat.
I've heard about it. I've heard stories that are areas that are sequestered. Or not the word. I lost the word. Yeah. The government doesn't like you being there. Doesn't want you there.
Yeah. So why would that be? I wonder. Any speculation on any of your parts, real quick?
Well, sometimes they claim it's Native American stuff, but unfortunately, Native Americans can't even go there. So that's kind of weird, isn't it?
And there's some tribal land that butts right up to it, but for some reason, or even expands over it, but they're not allowed to go in there either.
Mhm.
And I find that very interesting, and I think that's probably one of the weirdest things about it is they even have no-fly zones in there. You're not allowed to fly drones, and I'll show a map here soon.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Is the forbidden zone like could you like drop a pin on it for a map, or is it like a cave kind of thing, or does nobody know?
I'll show you the map here in a second. No, it's like no-go zones that the government keeps hidden away.
Yeah.
And
I'm just wondering if it's stuff like if it's area that's like open to the sky, or if it's more like
yeah, it's open.
underneath. And yeah,
It's open, but perhaps there's speculation that there are entrances in those
Mhm.
those forbidden zones. And I've heard accounts. Well, before I get too deep into that, I have something else to share. Also, the Grand Canyon, unsurprisingly, it is also a place that actually has some deaths every year involved. And those deaths, typically there's about, let me get over here to this. It is typically about 12 to 17 people die at the Grand Canyon National Park each year. 12 to 17. And would anyone other than Trista like to speculate on what kills the most people at the Grand Canyon?
Fall.
Okay, so Lucky's going with fall. Millie, what do you think?
I was gonna say a fall, but
serial killers.
no. If
That's why you
not-
didn't want me guessing.
Well, it wasn't. It's not the prairie dogs, right?
No, not the prairie dogs.
I was gonna say a fall.
All right, and Lucia's saying hunger, and the Suki is getting it, the dehydration. Yeah, falling is actually not the first one. Richard's getting it. Richard got it. heart issues or heat-related deaths. There's a recent story from just a couple months ago. The very famous American, well, I would say probably famous in running circles. So,
Uh, your
You're
Yeah,
mic
kind of
is
cutting.
cutting out.
Yeah.
Give it a second, just
you,
to let
you
it.
become a Peanuts adult character. Yeah, you
No.
still there's no sound, unfortunately, Victor.
Tess,
Oh,
Oh,
you're
There
fine.
we go.
Yeah, you're
Testing,
back in.
Tess and 1, 2,
Yay,
3.
Victor's back.
All right. Well, there's a lady that decided to go on a hike. Well, actually, she was going to run all the way down into the bottom and then run back because it's about an 8 or 12 mile run. And she actually killed herself doing it because when you during certain times, like June, for instance, like this month, if you go take certain hikes down into the Grand Canyon, that it actually, due to the radiation off the rocks, not the solar radiation, but the heat radiating off of the rocks, it basically makes it almost like an oven, and people will typically cook from the inside out.
really?
Yeah, and there's a point, and unfortunately I don't have that data, but there's a point where your body gets so hot that it just shuts down. All your organs literally start to, in a sense, cook and stop functioning. And there's a point of no return, and the hikers were able to see this lady's beacon, excuse me, the Mounties, not the Mounties, the park rangers. And they even warned her multiple times to take a rest, take a rest, take a rest at certain points when they interacted with her. And she's like, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. And it ended up killing her. Her ego got the best of her.
Oh,
She
wow.
was, and her husband was waiting for her at the return of the trail. But knowing what she was doing and knowing the dangers involved, this lady still did it because she thought she could overcome it. She thought she could beat Mother Nature. And we know Mother Nature, it's not, what is that commercial? It's not wise to mess with, it's not wise to mess with Mother Nature. It was a commercial for butter or for margarine or something like that. It's not nice to fool Mother Nature. So in this instance, anything, if any of you guys ever travel in the near future to the Grand Canyon, heed the warnings. Also, let's see, some of the other deaths, of course, it's not just dramatic falls. A lot of people will jack around. I think there's about 3 to 7 people die every year taking selfies.
I've heard that.
Yeah, they'll just like walk. They'll have their phone getting the best shot. And there was a fellow from Korea, was one of the more recent ones, and he had his shot all set up, and he was messing with his phone and stepped right off. And I think it's the West Ridge where there's not any barriers or anything. You can walk right up and look off. And I think that's where the Brady's, back in the Brady Bunch days, I think they slept there. Or I heard a story. I've heard stories about people driving out at night out to one of the ridges and then putting out their tent or putting it down their sleeping bag and sleeping, and then waking up and opening their eyes and they're right there on the edge. They came so very close to falling off. Could you imagine that? I would.
Game.
I would. What is it?
There's a game too, that the kids play. Is it the Pokemon game or whatever that they go and they try to capture the?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I've heard of people passing away doing that too. Because right, you have to get to a certain point, right, to get.
There are gyms.
I've
There,
heard.
That's Pokemon Go, I think.
yes, there are
Okay.
gyms. There are certain gyms. You go to certain gyms to train your Pokemon, and people don't pay attention to what their actual physical surroundings. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And so let's see, 2025, 11 fatalities reported. So that falls within, well, that's actually a little bit below average. However, on the surface, the Grand Canyon, I mean, there's millions of people that visit there every year. So in other words, if you guys go and visit, just be safe and stay behind the barriers, and, just don't do anything silly, because usually that's how those people die. Historical total roughly around 900 deaths since the 1800s, including pre-park errors. The odds of a fatal fall from the rim are about 1 in 1.8 to 1.9 million. So, not too hard. However, let's get to the subject of our gathering tonight, and that is the mysteries of the Grand Canyon. There's tons of speculation, and of course, let me get over here. Let me get to my slides here. Some of the speculation, of course, is that there's some very interesting stories that come out of the Grand Canyon. And I've heard a lot of accounts because it's super interesting for one, super interesting. And here we go. Here's your map for you, Trista. There's the Forbidden Zone right there on the map. And there's there's a famous explorer that went out for the Smithsonian in the early 1900s to do an exploration of the Grand Canyon, find out what's going on out there, see if there's anything that needs to be known. And apparently, his name was Kincaid. I think it was D.A. Kincaid. He found a tunnel, and he went into this tunnel, and it was actually carved. It was not just a cave, but he found this tunnel, and he started exploring it, and he started finding gold, but he was finding Eastern things. It was almost like a mix of Eastern things and Egyptian things within this tunnel. And apparently everything was gold, 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 gold everywhere. And it was so many things that he didn't understand, but he did see something that looked like a Buddha. So I find that interesting, seeing how its location, but also some of it was Egyptian. So it's kind of like a mix. And so this gets you kind of on that whole portal thing. That portal thing, or perhaps our ancients had a way, as we're learning how to communicate. We're learning more and more how we communicate non-verbally, even within Truth Wave, and when we're outside of that too, we're finding ways to communicate with one another. Perhaps they had this ability. That's another angle we can look at. Or maybe they just teleported. Maybe they had these portals that they could jump all around the planet. Or maybe they simply did it via underground and just walked from place to place to place to place, spreading their information around to everyone. So we can get into that a little bit later, of course. Also, for that Forbidden Zone, I've heard stories, third-hand accounts, or however many times the story is passed. And you guys know the old adage: if I was to whisper a short story to Millie, and she turned around and whispered it to Trista, and then Trista whispered it to Lucky, and Lucky told Karen Suki, then she told Lucia, and then Lucia told Karen Care Bear, hey, Karen Care Bear, and then she told Clint. And by the time it got back to me, the story could be completely convoluted. So, but apparently, unfortunately, I will say, back in the 1800s, a lot of the local newspapers got into, let's just say that newspapers were still unethical back then, but a lot of times they would do clickbait or newspaper bait and put these outlandish stories in their newspapers. So you have to take some of the things with tongue in cheek. And one of those stories happens to be the Kincaid thing, because Kincaid came back from his finding that cave and told a lot of people, but then disappeared. Then no one knew where the cave was except for him, and no one has ever found it since. But let's get to the Forbidden Zone. I've heard stories of people, hikers, down in the Grand Canyon, just hiking through the place, and have armed military personnel, indistinct. They didn't see. They're just all dressed in black tactical gear, come out and put guns to their heads and tell them to turn around. So imagine if we were just hiking, our group hiking through some place, and we're having a great time, seeing the wonders, and a bunch of dudes jump out and point guns at us and tell us to turn around. So what authority are they working on? And why would you have people of that caliber guarding what is so important in the Grand Canyon, that they would be guarding something of that magnitude?
More to the point, how did they get there?
Well,
Donkey or helicopter, or what was the other option?
Well, no. I had a friend who was
Sorry.
Rafting, and they stopped in the area by accident, and they started walking around, and that's what they ran into someone all in black. And that was the weird thing, is that armed individuals said they told them to turn. They weren't really that aggressive, except for they told them to turn around, you're in the wrong place. And the question was, wait, how did they get there? And they said they saw no helicopters, no planes, no nothing. How if military's there and they're all in black in a desert area, it doesn't make any logical sense.
True. So you have a first-hand account. So you have a second-hand account of this happening.
Yeah, but my friend is an idiot. He also walked into the dead area. My screen turned black. You still there?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, we're here.
Oh, my screen is black. I don't know why.
Probably because of what you just said.
Oh,
Oh, it's weird. Oh my
Yeah.
God, my
But
computer's
they
gone
didn't silence him.
No, we still
Yeah.
see you. The feed's still going
Okay,
out.
okay. He basically went into the the desert, the dead desert,
Is it in the United States?
Death
Continent?
Valley.
Death
He
Valley?
walked
Death
Okay.
Valley.
he
Death
walked
Valley.
into he bike rode into Death Valley thinking there was a road there, so it shouldn't be a problem. And long story short, he stopped at a little shack and realized, I'm not going to live if I keep this up. So he made a phone call and had an Uber pick him up.
Oh wow.
Like I said, he gets himself into trouble.
So but he actually encountered the people in black in the Grand Canyon though.
Honestly, yes.
Oh,
I think
wow.
I think he knew where they were, and he decided to do some exploring because that's the kind of guy he was. But the story was because he was with another person, and he said that we just stopped our raft, and because it was a little bit rough there, so he stopped the raft on the shore, and then they were just getting recalibrated, whatever you want to say, to do the rest of the trip down the Colorado River.
It's probably exhausting.
And so he said, while we're doing, I'm just going to take a little walk around. I've got to go to the bathroom. He said something like that, but I think he knew where they were, started exploring because that's the kind of guy he was.
Wow. Wow. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. I also find I think it's almost like Area 51 in the sense that the more the things are covered up, because I hear there's black helicopters that people see, and everyone, if you don't know about black helicopters, anyone listening in chat, black helicopters are somewhat synonymous with secret-y stuff, UFOs. You hear of UFOs being chased per se or followed by black helicopters. And if you know anything, at least in the United States, and I think it's probably international, but in the United States, anytime you see any aircraft, it should have an N number on the back, on the tail. All right, that's its registration number. And you can look it up and see who owns it. It's easy. Any of us four can look up right now. If you have the N number of any aircraft in the United States, you can look it up and find out who owns it. And it's kind of fun to do that. Like if you watch an old MacGyver movie or you watch some new movie and there's a helicopter in it or an aircraft and it has an N number, typically, especially if it's a low budget one, you can look it up and see which studio owns it, so on and so forth. However, you have reports of that. You have other reports of people finding entrances, like cave entrances, that are up above the water. So I think if you extrapolate that where the water's located, and of course it's very sheer, difficult to get to, but apparently someone found a cave entrance, I think in the 20s or 30s. It was after the initial one. But they found this cave entrance and found a giant. It's like a giant carcass, like bones, and then giant tools, like larger than what we would use, and some other accoutrements within that cave. And then, of course, when they tried to find it again, they couldn't find it. So, is this masking going on? Is it more sensationalism in the newspapers of the time? And I think there's even some photos of some explorers out there that posed with some giant bones and this and that. So that just deepens it, makes it more flavorful, and perhaps it's just a big thing to spur tourism. Because the Grand Canyon, if you've not been there, is absolutely amazing to stand there and take it in. Because it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. And that alone, I think, could get people going there. But it was turned into a national park by Teddy Roosevelt because he was a conservationist. And so it was a good move. But really, you got to take it with a grain of salt, too. Look at all the nefarious things that happen in our national parks in the United States. I think some of this stuff happens in Canada, too.
Mm-hmm.
And are they made national parks just out of their beauty, or is it hiding other things? So, and I would like to explore some of those things tonight with all of you. And let's see, we have another Mega Loud shout out. Linda Jean, great to see you. And anyone else I haven't, I think I've gotten everyone else. But welcome, Linda Jean. Enjoyed your last single, your last drop. All right. So, what I'd like to do tonight is, all right, what I'm going to do is I'd like to do a little bit of remote viewing with our panel here. So, I have the first location pre-selected. All right. The first location pre-selected, I'm going to ask all of you in chat to join along with us. But what we're going to do, we're going to preface, we're going to look at this location. Location A, it's within the Grand Canyon. And we're going to look at it. We're going to look at it 500 years ago. All right. We're going to look at it 500 years ago this way. We're not stepping on anyone's toes, not seeing anything secret, anything like that. Not pushing that, causing any national security issues. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just giving you guys the location. And if you've ever done Max Visions, gone to John's channel to do remote viewing, well, I'll try to guide us a little bit. I'm not any kind of pro by any means. Yeah, 500 years ago. So what we're going to do is go to location A. You know it's in the Grand Canyon. So go to location A. And I'm not going to tell you what the location is until after I'll reveal it.
Karen, that's 1526.
1526. Wow.
Oh, Chloe just answered too.
Oh, okay. That's
Hi,
awesome.
Kim.
Oh, you're getting 3 words of victory. Am I like this? Is my sound all right?
Oh, I thought you were fine.
I did that intentionally, though, that last bit.
Well,
Okay, maybe okay, the current time right now, you guys, is 22. It's 10:42 Central Time. So if you look down at your clock right now and it's something different than that, then your stream has lagged. So fast forward.
or you're in a parallel universe.
Ooh. All right, let's go with that. That's more fun.
Mm-hmm.
All
Also,
right.
Wi-Files this week. Sorry.
That's right. I watched it earlier today, actually. Yeah, it's good. Good stuff. All right. So location A. Let's take some deep breaths. Just relax. Close your eyes, maybe. And I'm going to use this technique that I learned from John and his cat Max. I just try to relax. Relax until you feel your body start to tickle. Just relax until your body starts to tickle. And if you see something, explore. Because you know it's a location. It's a place within the Grand Canyon. Look around. What do you feel? What are you seeing? Just let it come to you and just relax into it. It's location A. It's been assigned officially a location name, but it's location A. 500 years ago, it's still there. But we're going 500 years ago to location A and fill into it. And just go ahead and put it in caps in the chat. We'll do it just like John does. Any results you're getting? Cool that you went to Time Warp earlier, Karen Suki. All right, location A. Just feel into it, reach into it, smell into it. Just into it. Very good. Very good. I'll start reading some of the results like John does here in a moment. Just feel into it, look into it. It's location A. Okay, we're getting some results now. Welcome, Faith. Great to see you. I'm doing some RV training, Faith. Location A. Feel into it. Just go to it. All right, any panelists getting anything? Looks like we lost Lucky temporarily.
A little bit, but
Couple more moments. Millie and Trista, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. I threw stuff in there.
Okay, Trista, let me know when you're ready.
yeah, nothing else is coming, so I think we're good.
Okay, did either one of you get anything? Oh, did you put yours in the chat, Millie?
No.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, should I?
Or you can just say it verbally. You can say it right now, Trista.
Okay, so I saw gold, and then also like a white pearly kind of iridescent color, and water. And that's about it.
Okay.
Oh, and I did have triangles come up, and like it seemed weird, but you know, since I don't have that much, I should probably add that. Because who knows? Who knows?
Okay, I'm going to read a few of these. Mary Wynn's cover up. Linda Jean, round rock with a hole in it and a slab on top, looking through and past tans and browns of the actual canyon. Clint with water, carts, foreign language, but doesn't seem native. Faith, a long straight stretch of Colorado River leading to a tall rock spire oxbow loop full of muddy water. Cast deep shadow. I think there's a cliff on the shadow outer wall. Could just be a recess. Okay, good stuff. Brown or dry grass tall, looks like wheat. What I see looks flat. The land. Also see something tall and black like man-made on the lower left side. Maybe machine or metal, thin and long. From Lucia. Rocks piled up in an arch like in Zion Canyon. From Care Bear. Millie, I hear heartbeats. I hear water running, drumming. I see men dancing like a tribal drumming and spinning. Men have white and brown feathers, and one has a red mask over her face. Okay. Chloe, I see a small cave at the edge of a cliff. Doesn't go in far, however. I get this powerful blue vibrating light coming from within. Okay. Karen Suki, old gnarly tree, low ground cactus like prickly pear, a rock slab with a cairn. Awesome. Blue lights from Clint. Bless you. Or appropriate deity, I should say. And Incarnate Soul. Richard says, fork where two streams confluence, wedge of rock rising between them. Interesting. All right. Now, keep in mind, I'm giving you guys a representation of the location and then what we're going to do. And location A is our Egyptian cave entrance. And it looks like some of you got parts of this correct. I'm lucky I didn't get what you saw, but you can go ahead and tell us now if you saw anything or saw anything.
I saw a cactus and I saw people running around the cactus carrying boxes, or not boxes, but things. I don't know what they were doing because everything shut down. Everything shut. My computer rebooted.
Oh yeah, you had a full reboot then.
Oh, wow.
Complete. Gone. Everything. Black screen. And then I'm like, no sound. I'm like, and I look up and everything, it's my computer's black. I'm like, oh, what happened now? And then I saw the restart. But yeah, I saw people carrying things around cactuses. I don't know what they were doing.
Nice.
But that's when what the heck's going on?
So you got some partial hits, and it looks like we had some partial hits in the chat as well. All right, now that we know the location, everyone, Now, remember 500 years ago, let's go inside this cave. Let's go inside the cave right now.
Is this like an artist depiction kind of thing?
That's an AI depiction of it.
Yeah, okay,
Since
gotcha.
it's basically
Yeah, hidden.
it's
Yeah, that's what I
potentially
was wondering.
fictional thing because it may not even exist, but we're obviously getting some
Gotcha.
data from it.
Yeah.
But now this is where it really gets in because this data that we're about to receive, we're going to get it from somewhere, especially if we have multiple people hitting the same things. Okay, so once again, just fill into it, everyone, and put your responses in caps, please. Just fill into this cave 500 years ago. Remember, 500 years ago. Fill into this cave. Just fill into it. Perhaps even walk into it. It's interesting. I'm only getting so far.
Okay.
And put your responses in caps. All right, well, I'm going to stop. Kind of stuck. It's interesting. All right, let me know if what you guys are getting or have gotten, and we'll look in chat as well.
I
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
interesting.
I didn't see Egypt. I saw it. I don't know if it was Sumerian. Those like lion with the human head people that were on the gate at one of the cities. I see that, but it's in red sandstone, like sculpture. But again, it was only in the beginning. I couldn't go further. I was trying to walk around and trying to, like it was, I don't know. But I saw the statue. It was sitting on the side. That's as far as I got.
Okay. Interesting. Trista, you have anything?
So yeah, I didn't really go in per se. I'm more of a kind of just feel it out kind of person when I'm doing this. So I felt, I saw like mining carts, but I don't know if they were used for mining or if they were like transportation, or both, perhaps. I felt a really like oppressive religious vibe. And I saw a tiger. I don't know if it was an image of a tiger or a real one. I feel like it was probably like an idol or something.
Interesting. Millie?
I wrote it down,
Yeah.
but I'll read it. I see gold statues along the walls, and then after a certain point, the walls have glyphs leading up to it's a big not like a cauldron, but like a pan of like gold or copper, and there's fire coming up out of it, and it's up like on an altar. Like you have to go up more stairs. Like you can't get past the point because there's an altar there, and there's stairs. There was cougars roaming around.
Ooh.
I heard a string instrument playing in the background. the temperature was really cool, and I didn't stick out of place. The people knew me.
Ooh,
I felt cool too, and I just was like, well, the fan's on, so I dismissed it. But that came up for me too. That's interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you my experience. I entered and I didn't see anything. I was on some stairs that were carved into the rock, but they were going down along
Mm.
along the edge of the wall, but it was square and it was going just down and down and down, and they were carved in, but I could look down and see, and I could see some bright stuff, but I only got so far down, and it's kind of like couldn't get any farther. So I just took that as
Mm.
okay. I've gone as far as I can, and I stopped. Or let's see any. Let's see the comments. Okay, so Faith says I got a flash of honestly looked like an arc lid laying in the dirt with gold, and those glass lacquer poles leaning on the wall. There's a deep hum through the rock walls like an underground falls. Cool. All right. Care Bear, a mural and font for cleansing. Linda Jean says a cam. I'm assuming some kind of gear, right? Karen Suki, I see a lot of gold, lots of Egyptian statues, and the Ark of the Covenant. So there's two arcs right there. There's two arcs. Christine, torches lighting the way to open chamber, and I can hear water. Okay. And Mary Wins, I'm seeing blue light. Ooh, that's interesting. That just lit up my hand too.
Mm.
Chloe, I feel some type of creation takes form there, whether it's life or ancient energy or power. Excuse me, nice. Linda Jean, oops, can't go past the threshold, just see darkness and columns. Okay, so it's two of us experience that. And feels cold to me, Linda Jean.
Mm.
Yeah, there's 3.
And
At
Care
least.
Bear, it's dark. Yeah. Lucia, glass, tomb, broken statues. Ooh. Linda, Trickling Creek with a small fire to the side with children eating out of clay bowls.
Oh.
Okay. Faith, I can only see to the edge of some torches, but the sand dirt is pretty deep on the floor. I know there is one, but I only see sand. The sand continues on into the rock darkness. All right, Lovey, huge bent bow ruler with black red numbers and symbols, tall phoenix-like statue. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Faith, it was being visited, but I don't feel anyone actually around. Church kind of energy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Yep, like a temple.
Same. Yeah.
And there's only one stone rectangular box inside from Chloe. Care Bear, yeah, it wasn't Egyptian, Mesopotamian. Question mark.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Mm.
I'm trying to find something like it online, and I'm finding close, but that was northern Turkey, Assyrian. They call them
Ooh.
Sphinx though, because they're winged, and I remember seeing the lion body human head, that Assyrian Sumerian kind of head. I thought it was Babylonian or something, but I went with Sumerian. And then again, I'm looking at something, but it's not quite like that. I saw something different, but Sphinx-like, and that works. Sphinx works because it was laying down, lion body laying down with a human head.
Nice.
In the loaf position.
Yes.
A loaf position. All right, Mary Wynn says the blue light was cool, so there's some more cool for you, you two. Lucia, my right ear is ringing right now. So if anyone has right ear ringing, I think her comment might be a minute or two old, but still valid. Lots of blue lights with Karen Suki. Mary Wynn's, wow, filling a waterway deep underground. Nice. Oh, Linda Jean, Cam was a typo. I could actually not get in. Okay. See, I only got so far as well. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I just saw that and did it too.
Okay.
Oh.
There was a line of square glass paste jewels about 2 inches from a heavily carved edge. Wow, interesting.
And Karen has it felt like where one of her spirit guides stays. That's cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
that
had
is
a
cool.
familiar feeling. and I wasn't out of place. Like I feel like people saw me, and I was just walking in, like kind of just like walking. There wasn't a problem. I wasn't sneaking around or like I was physically in there.
Nice. Excellent. All right. So we had some of the same experiences. That's good. Oh, Christine,
That,
both ears are ringing. Awesome.
oh, so that means someone's talking truth.
Ooh, and then they probably started ringing when you were explaining how you felt, Millie.
Hmm.
All right. Levy says the ruler formed an arch, couldn't find the right description. Okay. And faith in a repeat pattern, reds, blues, gold, Egyptian-esque, but maybe not actually Egyptian, had some geometric designs, but Egypt would have petroglyphs and proto-writing. True. Okay. So it's something along that style of writing, but not necessarily hieroglyphics then, or
Hmm.
petroglyphs. That's fascinating.
Yeah, and she saw the red too because that mask that I saw, like also the men that had the feathers, right? But then there was this one mask, and it was like it was almost like it came out like instead of being like the Anunnaki heads like this, it was more like down and long like this.
Okay.
Oh, I think I've seen images like that before.
Really?
Something.
Okay.
Ooh. Linda Jean says, I actually feel like I don't like being in that location. My chest feels kind of tight.
Mm.
Like just okay.
And I mean, if there's like past life stuff connected to the energies in whatever way, like we could be having different reactions depending on our experiences there or with that,
That's true.
culture or whatever.
And the current time is 23:02. So if you are, that's not the current time. You see 2 minutes after 11 Central Time, extrapolate appropriately, then you are not current. So I'm going to move on to the next location. All right, location B. I'm going to ask all of you to go and see. We're going to go back 500 years. All right, Lovey. Yeah, 6:02. Oh, bless your heart for being up so early.
Oh, thank you.
Location B, we're going to go back 500 years and go look at this location. And I already know what's at location B, but I'm going to ask all of you to go and look. And I'm not going to send it out. I'm not going to send it out because because location B is also, if it is there, let's go ahead. Take a couple nice deep breaths. Get the chills. Just relax your body until your body starts to get those chills, like right there. Okay. Just relax all the way into your body.
And then you can pinch yourself and stuff to give yourself the chills too is helpful, right?
Teach us.
Sorry?
Teach us. Teach us how to do that.
Well, I haven't been there in forever. That's why I'm asking.
Oh. Well, you haven't been to location B forever? Or-
No, I haven't been to Max Vision in a long time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is within the Grand Canyon, Care Bear. Interesting, Linda Jean. Okay, so location B. Just relax into it. Reach out to it. And this location does exist within the Grand Canyon, location B. Couple more moments of this.
Wow.
All right. Panelists, which one of you is ready?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I felt that the it wasn't like it was very sandy, so it wasn't like the compact kind of rock that you would. It was very sandy and a light colored sand. I saw shrubs like green, like trees or like cacti, whatever. There was some foliage, and it was breezy, and there was a hole, and there was like a rim around that hole, and I got that it was some kind of engineering or like a reverse steam pipe that lets cool air in to down under what's going on there. So like so whatever tunnel system or whatever's there, it's almost like a vent so that they get air circulation or that they get something there. Because I also saw what looked like a piston, but it was made out of rock. And I don't know if that was to seal it or to do something to it.
Okay.
Like you know, like you would see a crane holding like a wrecking ball. Well, this was like a crane holding this big piston that was made out of rock, but I don't know if that was to cover up that hole or what. But in the hole, all I saw was like sand, sand, sand.
That's very interesting. All right, who's next?
I can go. So
All
I saw animals first, and then like dark water that like it was like the area itself was dark, and then the water was very shallow, like um, but it was almost not indoors, but like if it was underground or in a cave or something, like it felt like it was in something. I could also hear water dripping. And the water that was on the ground, like it looked almost black with some little flecks of something blue in it. Um, and the ground was like rocky and sharp, like it wasn't smooth to walk on at all. And I saw like a map or something, like some kind of information on like a scroll or like some kind of old fashioned looking paper. I don't know if it was a map or something else, but that's all I got.
Interesting. Lucky?
Well, unfortunately, I think I was in the wrong spot because I saw sand and I saw a vase, no, a clay jar, and it was broken. And I looked into it, and it was corn in it, and then around it were footprints from, I believe, a mountain lion, because I could see the paw prints with the claws around it, which look cat-like. Yeah, I didn't get anything ancient. I just got someone dropped a jar with corn in it, and I don't think it went well for them. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know. But I did see I thought it was water or in the fog, like the Colorado River, but I'm not sure if it was, or that was just a cliff or something. I'm not sure. But again, I don't know where I was, but it wasn't nothing ancient there, just the drop jar.
Okay, what I'm about to reveal is would be a 500 years ago. Okay, probably still a ruin, but in the image I'm about to show you, of course, it's generated by my description, and apparently it is a ruin nowadays. It is a ruin. All right, here it is.
Oh,
Apparently, there's a ruin of a sphinx in the Grand Canyon.
Wow.
hmm.
How And so lucky you did get some hits about the cat. And you said Sphinx earlier too. Remember in the previous one,
Yes,
you brought
yeah.
up the Sphinx, which
That
is
yeah.
interesting, and the loaf, and there was some comments about it.
I said animals in this round as well.
Mm-hmm. So,
Although that's not what I was seeing, but
so apparently
I'll take
there's a ruin of the Sphinx. I'm sorry, shoot, I should have loaded that. Should have loaded that picture, but that's what it was. That's the location B is the Sphinx from 500 years ago, and it probably didn't look that good 500 years ago. Probably looked probably about the same as it does now. All right, let's read some of the comments. Got some wows in there. Let's see, caps. I'm on a boat. There's a dock, but I'm getting heavy overlay when empty and low water, not brown, and other wreckage barely hanging on in muddy water, and some swinging lights. Goosebumps from heads to toes for Mary Winds. Faith continues. Second is desolate. There's an empty wind, no torches. Let's see, huge energy for Mary Winds, which that would probably give off, I would imagine. Then the Jean. I don't know what I'm seeing. It keeps moving like scribbles. Could it be flowing water? Could be. Oh, Mary Wynn saw a pyramid. Care Bear feels flat, more like it, and a basin or outside of it. Grass tufts, snakes, and coyotes. Watch where you step. And good to see you, Nartha. And Lucia, path or road on the right, round top of structure. Something tall on the right side. Well, I would imagine that would be pretty tall. And Faith, some reeds with a torch layer, desolate with the wreckage. I think a trail goes up, lapping water, then roaring, then murky sound and cave. It fades. Saw tree 2 on the right side. Okay. And I hear water running, sea red, golden, tan, and the walls of rock. There was water there, now gone. Okay. From Linda and Mary Winds, respectively. Karen Suki, I feel feminine energy. I see a narrow waterfall with something hidden behind it, or the waterfall falls into this thing like an altar. Interesting. Sage along the riverbed. I saw the sand too, but caves in the canyon walls from Kim Kitts. I keep getting a large sandy cave, empty sandy cave, but that feels out of sync with the rest. Interference. Oh, it could be. Some more wows. And Hunartha, it feels like the area abandoned for quite some time. Well, it was an important ceremonial space. There were weddings and other rules here, but I can't name the type. Okay. Awesome. Lumby says intense energy. Oh, could I read more clearly, please? Sure, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Am I getting fast here? Yeah, Levy says, intense energy, glass cylinders. My feet are shocked. Sensation against the bedding. A portal. Ooh, interesting. Now think about, you guys, think about all the things that all of you saw. Okay, so we had a couple of hits on the Sphinx, but think about all the things, just us doing this exercise tonight, just in this hour, all the things that you were able to see. So maybe worthy of more exploration in the future, or you can, of course, do it on your own. There's a recent theory that water ran off the pyramids, bathing the Egyptian Sphinx every time it rained. Interesting view. That's true. As the Egyptian Sphinx is highly eroded by what they think would be water. So definitely a portal. I think there's one there, something of that sort there, Mary Winds. Yeah. All right, my friends. Well, thank you so much for exploring the Grand Canyon with us tonight. Each and every one of our panelists. We've gone over, Trista. Look, I was getting out of my box.
Good job. I'm so proud of you. Can I just say that, like, I just looked up the eroded Sphinx in the Grand Canyon, and that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it
Like,
is.
I see it, and that's pretty nuts.
Can you share it?
No, it's on my laptop.
Okay. Well, let me
Here,
send
what can I
me.
do?
Let's see. We'll share this.
Okay, yeah, okay. Oh, it's a video.
Oh, well, even better. Send it to me
Hang on.
on.
It's taken a while to load because my computer's not happy. Oh, 404 page not found. Hey,
Oh,
let me see if there's another one. Hang on. I think I saw more.
to,
I think it's wild how the goatee on the Sphinx could be that piston thing that I saw.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, wow, look at that. And it looks like there's a cave on the side. I mean, I know this is an AI rendition, right, based on, but if you look by the paw that we could see, that back foot, it looks like there's a cave there. Like there's a slit, a narrow entrance. And some people were saying caves and things like that, but they're, you can get in through the side there. And someone said, watch your step. That was great. Good hits, good hits.
Okay.
Here, I've got a picture of it.
Oh, okay.
Just, I'll add it in here real quick. All right, here we go. This is side by side, actually. So there's our side by side. There's our Grand Canyon picture of the Sphinx. That's the one I should have used. That picture right there would have been perfect, but not. So there you have your Sphinx legs, which are kind of spread out a little bit, but I guess it doesn't have to be exactly the same with a pyramid behind it. So
That looks kind of like an altar. Like it doesn't even look like a regular pyramid. So I don't know if someone said altar.
It almost looks like it could also be like the Sphinx's back. Like it looks like it's part of the original structure. I'm sorry, did I interrupt you, Millie? Apologies.
No, no, not at all. You're fine. I'm trying to figure. Can you blow up that picture just a little bit and see what that cylinder tower thing is on the side? Because I think that Lovey also got cylinder towers.
Oh.
Maybe.
Wow.
is that good right there? Or you need a little bit more?
Yeah, I'm just because it could hypothetically be a tree trunk, right? Because Devil's Tower and those giant tree trunks that are all over the place. Like maybe that's even a tree trunk because, a couple of us got foliage too. So maybe it was some giant ancient trees that would, like maybe that scene is really so much bigger and larger than life that we could imagine. With this big giant Sphinx carved in with these massive trees, and it's really this lush, maybe not tropical, but like because we heard waterfalls and stuff like that. Like you could, like if you could, I imagine and go there like that, like yeah, like very fertile.
Excellent. Well, let's get over here to our main screen real quick and say our good nights to everyone. I want to thank all of you, panel, once again for coming for another fun episode of NTR, episode 51. And next week, oh wait, is it 2 weeks from now?
2 weeks.
Okay, so next week will be,
Me?
yeah, I think you're next, Millie. And then Trista will be on our 1 year anniversary. 1 year. Wow. Mega loud shout out to Tengu the cat as well.
Yay! And next week, then when I host, I want to do ancient trees. Let's talk about all those ancient trees all over the place, so that people want to bring something to it. Then start your research now. But yeah, let's do all those places.
Excellent.
Oh, that's
Excellent.
fun.
Lucky, any final thoughts, Lucky?
No, I'm actually looking at a map over for Strings Rocks. It's interesting. Wow. Wow. I'm trying to figure out where I was.
Well, welcome to Earth, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I was not near this, but now I'm seeing something very similar to what my mind saw. Cool.
Cool.
Ooh, I want a piece of petrified wood. That's awesome.
Any parting thoughts, Trista?
No. Are you laughing at me? What did I do?
I am not laughing at all.
No, I got it now. Oh my god.
Millie, any
Pardon?
No.
okay.
Is that a pun?
No.
Don't make fun of me right in
No, we're
front of
not-
my face. You have
we're
to
not
tell
making
me
fun of you at all, sweetie.
so I can
No.
laugh too.
It has nothing to do with you. I did it all by myself.
Well, now I want to know more.
I'll tell you in a second.
Well, thank you, my friends. Thank you, Lucky. Thank you, Trista. Thank you, Millie. And thank all of
you,
you out
Kim.
there for
Good
coming
night.
by. It's been
I
a
love you guys.
Have a good
wonderful
life. Yay.
evening with
Bye.
us, and we'll see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. And until then, my friends, namaste.
Bye.
I
Love you
love
all.
you all.
I love you.
Good night.